we've been at Mindshare for such a long time, and we think it's because we've been successful, is because of this marriage between content and distribution. And when we think of content ideas, we never go too far past the initial idea without thinking about how is it going to be consumed and what different things can we do with the content for each platform. And that's a really important part of our strategy. We use the insights on a long-term basis to come up with creative ideas through a process called planning for agility, which we use loop insights to drive. And we've done that in the past to come up with a lot of different ideas. The one that I love to talk about is Magnum, where we realized that our consumer really was into, it's an ice cream brand, was really into fashion. And you wouldn't think that an ice cream consumer would be into fashion and vice versa. We use that to create content directed by Karl Lagerfeld, starring Rachel Wilson. So that's a great example of that. And then real-time reactive, we've done it a couple of times, most recently with the launch of the new Discovery Sport for Land Rover, where we created on-the-fly, in-the-loop content, and one of the pieces of content that we created was actually the most retweeted element of the day. And then also, a couple of months ago, we created something called Jag versus Chicken, which was for Jaguar, based on the success of another piece of content created by Mercedes, identified in the loop, and then pushed out, through social channels. So it's something that really excites us because it's like a game of quick fire brainstorming, and it helps to come up with really cool, interesting ideas. Test something called the Who Gives a Shit test, and we just sit there and we think about who's going to care about this. A couple of years ago when we started, all of our brands wanted to create documentaries about themselves. And we're like, who is going to give a shit about this? No one, right? So we try to come up with ideas that we think people would want to watch, or things that we say we would want to, tweet about, post about, share with our friends. And that's the litmus test. It's based on who is going to give a shit about this. And it comes from our DNA as television producers, because in the television business, if you are going to create a piece of content, a television show, a series, whatever, it has to be something that that your viewers are going to be interested in. Because if they aren't interested in it, they're not going to watch it. You're not going to get a rating, and you won't get you won't keep your job. That's the Who Gives a Shit test.